that pick. So joining us now on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line is Adam Schefter. And Adam, so fill everybody in. We've talked about your tweet. Give us that info that you're getting about the possibility of what's going to happen at number one.
I want to be very clear to say at the outset that I do not know who the Cleveland Browns are taking. And they have kept it a secret, and I don't think that they're going to tell anybody much before the start of tonight's draft. So is word going to get out that they're taking a certain player at number one before the draft? I would be surprised, but it could happen. Saying that, okay, after saying that I don't know, I'm telling you, while they're keeping it secret, the people that I'm talking to on other teams, for whatever that's worth, they believe that the Browns are going to take Baker Mayfield. Now, I'm not telling you that they're right either, because I know there are a lot of people who are highly skeptical that Baker Mayfield is going to be the number one pick. I'm just going by what I am telling you. Like, I had one person call me last night who said, these are the words he said to me: I'm virtually 100% certain that the Cleveland Browns are going to take Baker Mayfield. Now,
and Adam, sorry, go ahead.
Now, I'm not. Okay, I don't know this, but I'm just telling you what other people are telling me. Right? That's my job, is to pass on what is being told to me. And I can tell you that there seems to be a mounting opinion from other qualified, in-the-know people on other teams, not the Browns, that the Browns will take Baker Mayfield. Now, that doesn't mean that tonight they step to the podium and they say Sam Darnold's the number one pick. That could happen, right? They haven't told anybody. But I can tell you this, that if you were to poll a bunch of other people, I think the majority of people now seem to think there's a shift that they'll be going towards Baker Mayfield, and we'll find out tonight whether or not that's right.
Adam, what's the timeline been like for this? I know you mentioned a conversation last night, but is this something you've been hearing rumblings of for a while now, or is this a very recent development? How far back does this go, even hearing this inkling of Baker Mayfield from these other teams?
Well, let me say this to you also. I think the Cleveland Browns have had their decision for a while. It's not like the Cleveland Browns came to their decision today, yesterday, Monday. I believe they had their decision weeks ago. Okay, John Dorsey's the man who's making the decision, and I believe he had that. Okay, he knows quarterbacks. He knows what he's doing. But they have made it a secret, or made it a point to keep it a secret within the organization. And, you know, John Dorsey may have known, but other people did not. But I can tell you this, over the course of the last week, you began to hear more and more conversation from more and more people whose opinion I greatly respect, who I would consider in the know on a lot of different things, though they're not with the Cleveland Browns, saying that Baker Mayfield is square and play for that pick and cannot be ruled out from the conversation on Thursday night. Now, again, the Browns have made their decision, but we're just trying to figure it out from our perspective while they're keeping it secret. So I think the Baker talk has just grown and grown and grown every day this week, to the point now where the majority of what I hear seems to be Baker Mayfield oriented. He's going to go number one, and we'll find out tonight whether or not that's right.
Yeah, we're going to find out awfully early with the number one pick. We're talking to Adam Schefter again. This is what he's reporting that he's hearing. As we all know, this isn't the Browns' decision right now. The Browns aren't letting anybody know, as Adam has said. This is what he is hearing, and where a lot of other people think it may be going. One thing I think is for certain, Adam, those who are saying the Browns should take Saquon Barkley number one and then a quarterback four, they're going to take a quarterback, whether it's Baker, whether it's Darnold, whether it's Josh Allen. To me, the fun starts at 2. There's where I'm wondering if what may be going on there in the thought process, really the thought of, is the next quarterback for the New York Giants going to be drafted at number 2, or are they going to go in a different direction?
Now, look, I think that we've got a situation here where maybe the Giants, when you listen to Dave Gettleman talk, he makes it sound like he would prefer to take Saquon Barkley than he would a quarterback. Now, he may just be speaking through the media rather than to the media, okay? But in this particular case, my guess would be that there's some ways that the Giants can manipulate this and maybe say to the Jets, hey, you know, you want to come up one spot, give us a third-round pick. I know the Jets are giving up a lot to get there. You'll lock in Sam Darnold, otherwise we're going to go ahead and take him, and maybe try to scare the Jets into trading up for Sam Darnold and getting an extra pick. That's possible. But Dave Gettleman's nature, his history and tradition has not been to trade back. He's not been aggressive about that. Now, again, every draft is different, but my guess would be that the Giants stay where they are, and my guess would be that they take Saquon Barkley, But, again, we'll find out tonight, right? I mean, that's the great mystery of this. This is, to me, one of the more intriguing drafts in recent memory. And I think part of that is usually when we're 11 hours out of the draft, you usually know who the number one pick is going to be. And we can't say we know that right now. You know, we might think that there's more and more discussion about Baker Mayfield, and that seems like it's increasingly likely that he could be the pick tonight. But, again, we haven't heard from the Browns, so we don't know that.
Talking to Adam Schefter on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Schefter, before we let you go, wanted to ask about something else that you tweeted about yesterday, the conclusion of the NFL investigation into comments alleged by former LSU running back Darius Geis. What's the latest on that situation as the league has concluded their look into some questions that he claimed he was asked inappropriately during the pre-draft process?
You know, the league is saying in a very polite and diplomatic way, we're not believing what he said. And I can tell you this, and you know, I know a lot of people think, oh, the league, of course that's what the league is going to find. You know, the league doesn't want to deal with this. Let me say this. Forget the league. Let's take the league out of this. Let's talk to the teams that I've spoken to. I have yet to find a team that believes that there's a team that asked that question to Darius Geis. I have heard multiple teams tell me that basically they believe that he fabricated the story. I had one team tell me that he admitted to them that he fabricated the story. And, again, I think there have been character questions about Darius Geis during this process. And I think that this reinforces some of the questions that teams had about him going into this draft tonight.
Awesome stuff. Great information as always, Schefter. We appreciate you breaking it down for us.